Hey everybody, it's time for another game pickup video, and today it is going to be all about the Nintendo Switch. What a fantastic console and what a fantastic library. There are so many good games on that console, it's unbelievable. But yeah, today the focus is also solely on one very specific genre, namely the shoot 'em up games, or the shmups. I think that's what the experts call them. I'm kidding though. I think people don't like you calling those type of games like shmups. So that's the final time that I will say it. I will stick with shoot 'em ups. Anyway, that is a genre that I really enjoyed like playing in the past on the Super Nintendo mostly, like Radius and R-Type and Parodius. But yeah, after that, here and there, of course, try them out, but it never really stuck. Like I played Dodonpachi and Dead Smells in the arcade on the Xbox 360, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe the bullet hell type flavor. I do want to say that kind of became more like the common theme with shoot 'em up games. It's mostly not for me, but it's also a bit like scary and complicated with like the high scores and things that you need to do. But yeah, right now, kind of want to revisit it, or at least like find out like, hey, what are the games that I might enjoy, and I do feel that I want to play some more like shoot 'em up games, because it's just a very nice type of genre just to play for a bit and then let go and do something else. It's not something that you play like for 50 hours, right? I hope you could play it for 50 hours, but I just want to have like a quick session, and that's like a perfect with like a shoot 'em up game. Anyway, I was able to find like a couple of very nice deals. So these titles, like I'm actually not quite sure if they are good. I do have a feeling that they're good. But yeah, like I said, kind of doing like research, hey, which games should I pick up, and which games kind of send out and are likely games that I do want to play. But I'm also here for suggestions. So if you have any suggestions for like shoot 'em up games for the Nintendo Switch, do let me know though. Very curious about that, and yeah, kind of want to make like a very nice list. On that list right now, there's just one game that I am eyeing, and I keep forgetting the name, but it's Batsugun. That's a very recent release, and some of the Clear River like re-releases of like the cave shoot 'em up games. For example, like Dodonpachi. I still need to get that one. Sold my Xbox 360 version so that I could pick up that one. Anyway, let's focus on the games that I did pick up though. And the first one, well, listen, I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to go into details with the gameplay and all the all the ins and outs. I mostly focus on like, oh, that looks interesting and like somewhat accessible for like a beginner like me. Anyway, the first one is Darius Burst EX Plus, and yeah, this is, I want to say like a port of the arcade version, but it could also be a port of the PSP and the Vita version. But the thing that I've seen this one like many years or so ago while visiting like Tokyo, and played it in an arcade. One thing that stood out with me with Darius Burst and this specific version is the widescreenness of it. It's that arcade cabinet is crazy. It's so long. It's very cool for like a horizontal shoot 'em up game. But there's another thing that also stands out to me with like Darius Burst is the like the enemy designs. It's all very fish focused, like, and there's an ocean theme. It's kind of odd, but I also like it. It's an odd theme though. I don't know if there's like a very I kind of want to know like why is there like some sort of story behind that, but it's unique though. Let's call it unique. But yeah, again, I was able to find like a very good deal for this one, and a good deal in such a way that, hey, I could try it out and see if it is something for me. A common complaint that I did see though with this version is that, yeah, although it is a port, it doesn't like add anything new, but there should be like enough content here to keep you busy. But don't expect like anything new added to it, and I'm fine with it because I've never played Darius Burst. But yeah, that is the first one. The next one though is another Darius game, and this one should be at least a bit better. That's G Darius HD, and this one should contain, again, I'm saying should because I'm not an expert. It should contain like ports of like the arcade versions, like a couple of them, and also the PlayStation version. But the thing that stands out to me with yeah, G Darius HD, and yeah, this is definitely not visible like just on the back of the box. But anyway, here it is, and you will most likely see it in the video over here, is that the aesthetics is a bit more like, yeah, PlayStation-like, because it's based on like a PlayStation game. And what I like about that is the low poly aesthetic and the texture work. It has that like pixel artness about it, and I really like that in a video game. And yeah, it just seems like a very cool combination. I just really like the way how this game looks. Also, yeah, I want to say this is not like a, this is more like a, is it fair to call this more like a traditional shoot 'em up instead of like something new, like a bullet hell-ish? It seems like okay on a chaos level, like low chaos, bullet hell, high chaos. But yeah, I just really like the look of Darius games. Never played a Darius game besides like the arcade game way back then. The following game I did not play as well. I want to say this is also based on a PlayStation game and maybe an arcade port. Sometimes it's very difficult with the shoot 'em up games, and especially with this release, to find out like what does it actually contain. And I will talk about that in a couple seconds. But this is Raystorm HD Collection, and it's also X-Ray Crisis. So this contains like the enhanced HD version plus the original arcade versions of Raystorm and Ray Crisis. What I really like with this one is very similar to like G Darius HD, is just the look. Yeah, very similar, like low poly look. Really enjoy it. This is though is, I need to say this correctly, like a vertical shoot 'em up. So it's like you know, down to up instead of like left to right. But yeah, I like it, and I like the look of it. What I mentioned, it's kind of difficult to find out like what is actually exactly on this, because I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's also a strictly limited release of this game, but that one contains like just one other game as well, but they look very similar. Anyway, that version is a bit more trickier to get, and it's also more expensive, and yeah, I was able to find like a very good deal for this one, so I'm gonna go with this. It's more than enough. There are 2 games, and I like the look of it. But yeah, often like the strictly limited, they release quite a few like shoot 'em up games, and compared to like in sometimes like the in releases seem to be like the lesser versions. It's not a shoot 'em up with the game, the following game that I'm gonna mention, but there's also like one of those Wonder Boy releases, like their release has one game more, and then the regular version doesn't. But it's very, it's tricky to find that out. Anyway, the final game is also a series that I can't quite remember if I played it. Does it have like a Super Nintendo game? Maybe. I want to say yes or no. It's PlayStation. Listen, I'm again not an expert. I'm all new to this, but this is Raiden 4 X Mikado Remix. But yeah, on the Switch you do have Raiden 3, and there is also 5, but that one might be just a limited run release. And there's also a new one, Raiden Nova, but that one plays a bit differently than like the Raiden games. Raiden games are also like vertical, like shoot 'em ups. But I like the Raiden games. This to me feels like more, also like more like a traditional like shoot 'em up game, and I do think I prefer that a bit more. But yeah, I like the look of this game. yeah, can really go into details about this. The only thing that I do know though is that the X Mikado mix is just that it offers also like a newly made soundtrack for this game, and that might be also like a similar story like the for Raiden 3 though. But yeah, I'm really in the mood of like some like shoot 'em up games. Mostly gonna focus on more the traditional games, and that's just me saying like maybe not like the more difficult games like the bullet hells. It needs to be a bit more manageable for me, right? I'm getting a bit older, so yeah, just want to chill out, man, and survive for a little bit and don't die instantly. And also the thing what I like with the Nintendo Switch, and also most of these games, if they are like vertical like shoot 'em ups, sometimes they offer like the Tate or Tate mode, so you can flip your screen and play it like that. And I do have a monitor that I can flip around, so I can play it in that mode, and that's kind of cool. So it feels a bit more like you're playing it in an arcade. Yeah, I'm really open for suggestions for like shoot 'em up games. I don't own a ton besides these 4. I own Dead Smells, and man, the name, the Mushi something. It's one of those cave games. I might have that one on the Switch as well, but I'm yeah, kind of like focusing on those first because those were released or published again also by Clear River. So Dodonpachi, I need to get that one for the Switch, and I do own Dead Smells. Mentioned it earlier, but the Batsugun, that one is quite new. It seems like a very cool game, but I have never played it, so I don't know if it is worth the money. The Gradius like Salamander, there was this announcement with the Gradius collection. At some point I do want to get that one because the Salamander 3 is like a new game, but that also is in pixel art. What's the name of that other game? It has a fantastic soundtrack. Andre Duos or something like that. I should own a copy of that one. Anyway, I don't have a ton. And yeah, at the moment I have more than enough, but I really want to make like a shoot 'em up list. It just seems like a very nice thing to have for the Nintendo Switch. So again, if you have any suggestions, do let me know in the comments below. I would highly appreciate that. What I also highly appreciate are the comments or the likes and the subscribes in the last couple of weeks. So thanks again. And also thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And that is gonna do it. Yeah. Thanks all for watching, and see you all later.